tell you this. Hey, I'm going to share some good news with everybody. Everybody listening up. Check this out. 2022 was market disruption. The last 14 months, everybody disrupted the market. Everybody did great. 2023, the word is total annihilation. 2 words, total annihilation. Now's the time to take everybody out. Everybody needs to understand this. If you're not looking to annihilate the competition, just walk off. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this is the great separator. This is where the weak get separated from the strong. And right now, everybody needs to get mentally tough, and everybody needs to realize it's going to take a lot more than what it took in 2022 to get it done in 2023. Would everybody agree? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want everybody to know that, like, listen, you're going to have to be prepared to do more. So, but I'm going to give you an unfair advantage. It's going to show you how to crush everyone. Preston, what do you think? We got everybody ready? We cool? Looks like we got 32.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a lot more people trying to jump in. Wish I could help you with the lobby, but again, let's get it's 11:03. Let's get rolling, Andy, and
Preston, why don't you talk? Why don't you talk, and then I'll lead into it. Is that okay?
No problem. Hey, again, I have to tell you, Andy, thanks for joining us from Mexico, man. This December right now, we are coming up on one of the biggest sales weeks of the year. So I ask you this, what are you doing to prepare for that right now? You got Christmas right after that. It is the rush. Am I wrong? That's the big time. So it's, what are you going to do? And that's really my point, Andy, today is for everybody on the call is what are you going to do different this next week to prepare yourself for success so that you can close 2022 with some oomph. Okay. Finish strong. It's like watching, I don't know if you guys all watched the Raiders game over the weekend, right? What happened right there at the last play, their little trick play, right? Don't play with trick plays. Stick to the basics and what you know you're good at. Okay. Don't try some, what was that even called? It was really bad. But I mean, what happened? They lost the game in the last second. Okay. Let's not lose this game in the last second. Let's really come at this with the right level of enthusiasm and focus on detail and focus on just driving customers. Remember this one sentence, it's one of my favorites, and that is most disappointments are due to a lack of appointments. Okay. Tom Wagner, did I not get a laugh from that at all? Really? I mean, it wasn't the sign above our boss's door for years. Okay. Come on. Most disappointments are due to a lack of appointments. That is what, and really that drives down to one thing, that's effort. Do you have the drive and the desire to finish this year with some enthusiasm? So again, Andy, I'll kick it off to you, man, but big end of month finish, big end of year finish here. That's all I got to say. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So check this out. So every single one of you, and I could go through and I just really want to say all your names to let you know that I'm looking right at your faces. If you got your camera on, I want to tell you one thing. Everybody write this down. If you got a pen and piece of paper, which you always should, everybody just write this down. You got one shot. You got one shot, right, Stacy Killian? We got one shot. That's it. Stacy, you know why this is a good game? Because it's a game for the prepared. This is a game for the prepared. You got one shot, guys. Look, when somebody's making a phone call, when somebody's coming in, you got one shot. That's why I love this game. Listen, everybody out there, they don't play the game. You got one shot. I know this. We have one shot. So what is our attitude going to be like? What is our mindset going to be like? What's our energy going to be like? What is our state like when we know we're going to work and we got an opportunity to give one shot, but everybody else in life thinks they've got 20 shots. They don't got 20 shots. They got one. Stacy, you got one phone call. You got one handshake. You got one pencil. You got one presentation. Every single thing we do, we got one shot. So what are we going to do? Number one, you're going to have to bet on you. Okay. I'm going to explain this. My goal with all of you right now, when we get off this call, is I want to show you how to get everything in your life you've ever wanted and more. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you why. Stacy, I'm going to explain to you why when you're a sales trainer and you speak life into people and you give them all the knowledge they need to win and you teach them how to speak, why they don't change sometimes. Okay. So everybody write down these 3 words: performance, which is what we're all after. Performance equals knowledge minus leashes. I'm going to explain this very clearly. Steve, how do I say your last name? Ubaldini.
Come
Okay,
on.
Steve, can I ask you a
You
question?
need it. Come on.
Yes.
Steve, if I teach you everything under the sun, but you don't believe inside that you can do it, does it even matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
That's it. Steve, that's it. Listen to me. We have got to reprogram ourselves. We have got to. 2023 is here. Everybody understand this. Your programming makes your success. Okay. Steve, I don't care about how much skill they know. If they don't have their programming right inside, they can't make it. Let me explain programming to you. So Steve, if I'm married right now, and me and my wife been married for 5 years, and we're not getting along very good, what's the best advice you could give me? How about this? Hey, Andy, if you treated her like it was the beginning instead of treating her like it was the end, you guys would probably get along pretty good.
Absolutely.
I'd say, damn, man, that's some pretty good advice. How about this? If you treated your job, you treated this opportunity that you have like it was your first day again, you'd be on fire. You know what? Steve, when's the last time that you interviewed somebody for a position in a job that they had great earning opportunity? They were looking for the perfect job. They came to you and they said, I want this opportunity. You explained to them the opportunity. They had butterflies in their stomach and they wanted a piece of it and they saw their way out. Yet to only do it for a couple weeks, a couple months, a year, and then become civilized and let it be the new norm, and the newness wears off.
Mhm.
I want everybody right now, I want everybody to fall back in love. Everybody say, fall back in love, fall back in love, fall back in love. Right, Stacy? Stacy, the people that do the same mundane things over and over and over again, who can stay in love, will crush and annihilate the competition. Kim, you will do the same things. Al, you will do the same things over and over and over and over and over again. And if you can do those things and become more passionate every time you do them, instead of becoming complacent every time you do them, that's how you smash everybody. Am I right? Some of you right now, listen to me, you're not on fire. You know why? Because your comfort is killing you. Everybody listen up here. Comfort is evil. Comfort is not what you're after. Nobody's after being comfortable. What your goal is to work so hard, is to work your brain so much, is to give so much to your clients that it is uncomfortable. And those are when the big results come in, Monica. That's when the good life sets in. Now follow me, okay? I'm going to give you some rules here, okay? I said performance equals knowledge minus leashes. What is a leash? A leash is what they put on a little baby elephant when they're little. They tie a rope to their leg, they stake it to the ground. The elephant can't walk off because it can't break the rope. As it gets giant and big, the rope isn't real anymore, but the elephant believes it's real. So the big elephant can't walk off and it's staked to the ground. What is your leash? What is your leash? Everybody write this down. You will never, Jason, you will never out-earn your own self-worth. Jason, you cannot train someone to believe they are worth more money and that they can make more money if they don't believe it. It is a leash. It is a sickness that I see salespeople hold. Listen, the way that you are programmed, the things you've been through in your life, your relationships, your experiences, the stuff you've gone through, all this stuff, the failures, all this stuff has leashed you in here. And what you got to do is you got to break those leashes. If you cannot break these leashes, I will tell you this, you cannot become a top 1% earner. You cannot get your family financially free. You cannot. It's physically impossible. So what do I want you to do? I want everybody to reset right now. In this last week, I want you to test yourself. Don't test me, test yourself. And what I want you to do is that, number one, I want you to do 4 things, okay? Number one, I want you to look at these 4 leashes. Number one is your self-image. Listen, guys, and by the way, is the internet okay, or am I really cutting out? Am I good? Okay. Number one, self-image. What does that mean? Stacy Killian, when you look in the mirror, who do you see? Okay, listen, you know the old Stacy. You weren't always this Stacy. Okay. All right, Stacy, unmute for a second because I want to talk to you for a second. I want everybody to hear this out. Okay. All right, Stacy, can you hear me? Okay, you got to unmute though, because I need to hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, Stacy, you're a really good speaker. You're really good at what you do. Every time I hear you talk, I'm like, dang, she's good, right? You love people. You
Thank
care
you.
about them. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Stacy, you weren't always this good. You weren't always this good. There was a day that you weren't that good.
No.
Everybody sucks till they don't. Am I right?
Correct.
Stacy, you know the old Stacy Killian? She still lurks in the mirror. She's still back there somewhere. And she's dying for you one day to get comfortable and let your guard down, and she'll come right back out. You buried her. And now you have the new Stacy Killian, the one that goes after it every single day and gives all she got. Am I right?
You got that right.
I'm going to tell you, and the reason why I'm talking to Stacy is because every single one of you, the old Andy Elliott, lurks in the mirror. He haunts me. And guess what? He ain't coming out. I don't let him. I don't let my guard down. Okay. And by the way, listen, some of you are like, dude, man, come on, Andy. No, you come on. You come on. Is your house paid off or your car's paid off? Okay. You got $500,000 in the bank. 2022, did it pan out the way you wanted? What about 2021? Can I ask you a question? You can only take care of what's in front of you. How many times are you going to keep doubting yourself? Knock it off. Now is your time to rise. I am giving every single person on this call the right to go earn $1 million. Every one of you. Now listen to me. How fast will you get it? How fast can you change this? How fast can you change this? We don't have a shortage of people. What we have is a shortage of people who believe they can do it and talent. Okay. So guess what we're going to do as a company? The Napleton Group is going to take over the damn world. That's what we're going to do. You know how we're going to do it? We're going to annihilate this competition that is comfortable, that is weak, and that don't care. Okay. I am fed up with people with entitlement, pride, ego, and who don't care. It is time for us to take them out. Now, how do we do it? Number one, we're going to cut the leash. We are going to get rid of all of our leashes. The biggest transfer of wealth in the history of time, the next 18 to 24 months, this next week, it is coming your way. Call your shot now. I'm getting it. And what does that mean? Every customer counts. Every single handshake, every single time you look at someone, every single time you lay down a pencil for presentation, we are going to close 10 for 10. Everybody say 10 for 10. You know what 10 for 10 means? You're brand new in the store. It's your first day. 10 for 10. You're in the BDC department. 10 for 10. You're on the front line. You're a manager. 10 for 10. We ain't letting no one leave. If they leave, that means, Steve, they're buying across the street. And that is unacceptable. We are not going to do it. And by the way, we're not retreating and we're not surrendering. And while everyone else right now is looking for the answer's in the damn mirror. It's us. We are the problem. We are also the solution. And this isn't a hype game. I want you to take this, steal it from me, and I want you to remember it and say it to yourself every single day. But there's 4 things you got to realize. Number one, your own self-image. When you look in the mirror, you will never earn more money than what you think you're worth. So look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm worth it. And by the way, be good to you. And if somebody walks up to you and they're like, hey man, that guy's, he's vain. He says, talk good to yourself. Listen, if somebody says, don't talk good to you, then they're not your friend. Okay. You're going to have to like you a lot. You run in your own head 24 hours a day, all day long. You better like who you are. If you don't, I'm going to assure you, your customers aren't going to like who you are. Okay. So number one, self-image is everything. You'll never out earn your own self-worth. Number 2, stories. What story are you telling yourself? Is your story on your showroom floor right now, Joe? Is the story on your showroom floor? I can't believe we got this opportunity, Joe. Everybody's had it easy these last 14 months. They've got their guard down, Joe. All these salespeople around are thinking it's going to be easy. And guess what? Now that profits are going down a little bit, inventory's coming back in, they're running around making excuses. Wah. What's the problem? What are we going to do? What's in it for me? And guess what we're doing? We're saying, hey, while they're stirred up and they're distracted, we're going to have a tactical advantage, and we're going to take over the entire market share. Where they're confused, we're not going to be confused. While they're distracted, we're not going to be distracted. While they're talking about negative things, we're not going to talk about negative things. What we're going to talk about is every opportunity that's sitting in front of us right now to dominate. Has the customer experience been in the crapper the last 14 months while this market came in? Yeah.
Yes, it has.
Dude, the customer experience is at an all-time low. So how do we dominate? Easy. Treat people better than they deserve to be treated. Treat people better than they ever imagined they could get treated. And who's responsible for that transaction? By the way, is it transactional or is it relational? It has to be relational. Don't talk to people about numbers without caring about them. Don't talk to people about helping them without caring about them. listen to me. I can look in every single one of your eyes and I can tell who's alive and who's on fire and who's ready to run hard this next week and for the entire year of 2023 and who says I can't be stopped. I can tell. Okay. I can also tell who's hoping things are going to go down. There is no chance for hope. We are guaranteeing ensuring success by attacking and going to war. And what does that mean when I say go to war? This is a game of who can treat the customer the best. This is a game of who knows their business better than anybody else. This is a game of who in this company can self-correct when they have a problem instead of just keeping the problem and seeing how long they can get away with it. Okay? This is the good stuff in life, isn't it, guys? Men and women, as you're watching this right now, you should be looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, you know what? I can fix all this. And if I could, nobody could stop me. The stories I'm going to tell myself is this: nobody can stop us. Nobody. We are like a snowball coming down a mountain that turns into an avalanche that I don't care how bad you want to stop it, you can't. We will take you out. And I need everybody on this call to feel this way. You guys, listen to me. If you believe what I believe and you're feeling this, then go share it on your showroom floors. Go share it with your clients. Go share it with your husbands, your wives, your kids, and make this the new standard for 2023. All right. So I said self-image, stories. Number 3, rules. Let me explain a rule. All right. So Stacy, I always talk about rules. Somebody has taught somebody rules at some point in their life. Let me explain what I mean. So if I say, if I only go after the close, like some people are like, hey, Stacy, only go after the close if they say they want to buy from you. Because if they don't say they want to buy, they're not really interested. That's crap. Okay. Let me give you another one. Ready? These are just examples of rules. I only follow up 3 times. After following up 3 times, Stacy, I won't call them anymore because I'm bothering them. Who told you that? Who told you that? Okay, everybody, listen. I want everybody to follow me. Hey, Kim, you're watching me. Kim Styler. Unmute real quick, Kim. Let me grab Kim. I'm going to talk to Kim. Everybody listen up. I want you to understand this analogy, Al. Follow me. Kim, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Kim, I'm going to ask you a question. If you enter some information, right, about getting some information on a vehicle, do I have the right to call you? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Okay, now you reached out to me. Would you agree?
Right.
Okay, imagine this, Kim. Imagine if you requested some information about life insurance. You wanted to buy some life insurance, right? And then I was the life insurance rep and I reached out to you, Kim, and I didn't get a hold of you. And I reached out to you later and I didn't get a hold of you again. So then I reached out to you tomorrow and I didn't get a hold of you again. So I just figured, man, you know what? Maybe she doesn't want it. 2 days later, Kim, you die in a car accident, on accident. You didn't get the life insurance you wanted. You requested some information from me, but I didn't stay in front of you to make sure that you got it. On the worst day of your family's life, okay, and you're gone, they also don't have the money that they need because you didn't get the life insurance in place. Whose fault is that, Kim? That's my fault. I didn't stay in front of you. Kim, you're busy all day long. I can get a hold of you in the morning. I can get a hold of you at lunch. I can get a hold of you in late afternoon, and I can get a hold of you at night. Am I right?
Right.
If you requested information about a vehicle, am I cold calling you and bothering you? Or did you request information and it's my job to stay in front of you until I can get a hold of you?
Right. I mean, it's our job to keep reaching out until you get a hold of them.
So Kim, if somebody enters information and requesting information, are we bothering them by following up, buy or die? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. See, I think a lot of people think that they're bothering people. Like, watch, a customer leaves. They're like, oh, call them one time, but don't call them anymore. Listen to me. Send them a text, send them an email, send them a video, right? Stay in front of them, go to their house, bring them something for dinner. I don't care. Okay? Listen, we need to go back till we have one shot. Who wants it the most? Am I right, Stacy? Who wants it the
absolutely.
most? Stacy, you remember, have you ever heard the term, do whatever it takes? Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Don't break the law, but everything else is do whatever it takes. That's it. Guys, I want to tell you this. Listen to me. Every single person, if you'll do whatever it takes and you'll understand that you're not bothering anybody, that you're just helping people at a level that they've never been helped at, we will 3x the numbers in the Napleton group. 3x them. Nobody can stop us. Does everybody get that? Every manager, every GM, every leader, every salesperson. By the way, salespeople are leaders. Leaders make leaders. You guys are the future. Okay. So I want to tell you rules. That's what I think about rules. Okay. You guys got to understand this. You play by the Napleton rules, different set of rules. We are the standard. By the way, we're industry leaders, Preston. You know what that means? We lead the industry. We don't follow nobody. We lead the industry. We are the best. If they want to know what greatness looks like, they can look at us. Okay. Last thing I want to say, this reluctances. This is a big one. Stacy, a lot of the reason why salespeople waste a lot of time at work and they don't stay working all day long is because they're reluctant to do things that make them a lot of money. Okay. Preston, am I like skewed in the video, or is it?
No, you're good.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Internet in Mexico. I just want to make sure. All right. Sorry. Okay. So listen to this one. Reluctance. What does that mean? Preston, is the service drive full of clients? Yes or no?
Yes. All day, every day.
Can I ask everybody a question? Hey, I want everybody to do one thing. Everybody test me real quick. Everybody test me. By the way, here, I'm going to make a rule with everybody right now, Preston. Everybody write down my cell phone. I'm going to do something for the entire group. Okay? Write down my cell phone. Ready? My cell phone is 405-482-1991. I'm going to give you a test. I'll trust every single one of you. If you do this, okay? Number one, I've got 3 or 4 great sales training books. Yeah, thanks, Al. 405-482-1991. It's in the text line. All right. I've got 4 or 5 great sales training books. I'll send you some Elliott Group swag. I'll send you some closer hats. I'll send you a whole bag of stuff. All you got to do is test me with one thing. If you can go sell a customer out of the service drive, I'll send you a whole swag bag full of all kinds of cool training stuff. Okay. I'm going to tell you how to do it. Real simple. Preston, I'm going to walk over to the service drive and all I'm going to do is say, "Hi, sir. What's going on? My name's Andy Elliott. What's your name?"
Preston Stewart. Nice to meet you.
Preston, nice to meet you. I'm glad you're servicing your car with us. I was just walking by. I'd like to get you something to drink. Could I get you a cold Coke? Could I get you a cup of coffee? A cup of water?
Be great.
Walk over and get Preston a cup of water, whatever he wants. Choose one person. Preston, there's 10 people in the lobby. I can't say hi to 10 people at once, but I can say hi to one. Preston, I'll get you a drink. And then I'll say, by the way, Preston, what kind of vehicle do you have in the service department?
Okay. Lexus, whatever.
Awesome. Beautiful. Well, Preston, it's nice meeting you. I hope you have a great day. My name is Andy Elliott. Here's my card. I want to put a name with the face. If you ever need anything, I'd love to serve you. Is that fair?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, Preston, I'm going to walk off. Everybody walk off. What is that called, Preston? The setup. It's called the setup, right, Stacy? Stacy, I'm not walking up to him and pitching him. You know what I'm doing? I'm introducing myself. Listen to me. People don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. Remember that. You guys have all been taught it. So here's what I'm going to do. Preston, I didn't ask you to buy anything. Preston, I didn't ask you for anything. Matter of fact, reciprocity, which is the strongest selling tool in the world, I just gave you something to drink. Now, here's the test. I told you guys I'd give you the swag bag and give you everything. You just have to do one thing. Go give somebody something to drink and service, get their name, find out what kind of car they have, then walk off. I want you then to go into the service station. I want you to go find that one car, just one. I want you to go find it, okay? And Preston, I'm going to go walk up to that Lexus 2018, 39,000 miles, blue, black leather interior, navigation. And I'm going to take a good look at the car. I'm going to see some things that maybe need to be, maybe reconditioned on it, or I'm going to go look at it and say, hey, this is the nicest one in the country. Bottom line is I'm going to go look at it. And by the way, the guy's name was Preston. So I'm going to go out there and say, hey, is Preston's Lexus back here? I just want to put my eyes on it for a second. Now watch what I'm going to do, Preston. I'm going to walk back up to Preston and I'm going to say, hey, Preston, what's going on? You got the 2018, the blue one, baby blue, black leather interior, sunroof, nav, 38,000. Was that yours?
Yeah, it's the one.
Okay. Me and my general manager, his name's Preston, super nice guy. Okay. We were just back in service and he was looking at it. You know what he said? He said, I would pull my hair out to have this in our pre-owned inventory. Preston, I want to ask you one question. If my general manager was willing to offer you more money, Preston, more money than what your car was worth, would you mind if we told you how much that was? Could we just tell you?
Sure.
Oh, well, now all of a sudden we're talking. Hey, Preston, I want to ask you a question, okay? I'm going to go ahead and ask him to come over here and take a peek at it because he's going to blow your mind. He was really interested in it. Hypothetically, Preston, say hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
What does hypothetically mean? It means, hey, Preston says, I got to talk to my wife. Hey, hypothetically, Preston, if your wife was here and she said, let's do it, then what would we do? We'd probably do it, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think she'd say? She'd probably say, yeah. Listen, you can say hypothetically in any state. Watch this. Hypothetically, Preston, let's say my general manager, Preston, came over here and made you a crazy offer. And you were like, you know what? That's crazy. Get your checkbook out because I'm selling it. Let's say you said that because it was such a big number.
Yeah.
Preston, what would you drive home in? Would it be something newer, bigger, smaller, lower miles, better gas mileage, more warranty? What would it be?
At that point, you're going to know everything you need to know about the customer because they're going to tell you everything.
They're going to say probably something bigger. And then boom, Preston, you must have a magic rabbit foot in your pocket because I think I got something bigger for you, buddy. And then it's over. Everybody, do me a favor. Listen to me. This is the test for all of you. Don't be reluctant to make cold calls. Don't be reluctant to go in the service station. I want every single person on this call, when we're done, if you can sell a customer out of service in the next 72 hours, I will mail you the most kick butt swag bag in the world. You will text me. I won't verify with your managers. Just don't lie to me. Say, Andy, I sold a customer out of service. Walk over, get them something to drink, make a friend, walk off. Come back, say, if my general manager was willing to offer you more money than what your car was worth, not would you trade it in, but could I tell you how much that was? Could I tell you? They'll say, sure, you could tell me. And then you say, hypothetically, let's say he made you a crazy offer and you were like, oh my God, get your checkbook out because I'm selling it. What would you drive home in? Something newer, bigger, smaller, low miles, better gas mileage, more warranty. What would it be? Be quiet. They'll tell you, boom, it's over. Listen to me, guys. The service drive is full of hundreds of car deals. The service drive is where your biggest grosses are. The service drive is where your best trade-ins are. The service drive are where people get bored and they want to buy. What does America do when they get bored? Want to spend. They want to spend, guys. Understand how people work. We're talking about cutting leashes. Is the service drive a gold mine? Yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody should have said yes. No, a lot of you guys are still looking at me and you're like, service drive. Listen to me. Can you push through and close a sale? Are you really that good? Do you want to be great? If you're not good right now, do you need to get your butt out there, make some mistakes and fail your way forward and get good? Yes. Don't sit in your cubicles anymore. Get out there and find the money. Everybody, write this down. Find new money. It is your job to find new money. You have to find new money. You can't sit down and wait on your managers to bring you a deal. You can't wait for a guy to break the gate. You can't wait for the phone to ring. Go find your money. Where's it at? Cold call. Cold call everybody. Everybody, when they get bored, they spend. Christmas is coming up. People aren't just buying presents. Okay? Guys, people right now will do whatever you want. You got one shot. That's right, Stacy. One shot. Hey, be that person that you're the most interesting person at the table, the most interesting person in the room. When you speak, I want you to demand the attention of the world. Guys, look, the way you dress, by the way, can we say this? Get prepared and look prepared. Some of you don't look prepared. Look at yourself in the mirror. If you went right now to a Chick-fil-A and you walked up to the lady at Chick-fil-A and you said, hey, I'll give you $100 cash if you can guess what I do for a living. Would she say, I don't know, but you're definitely a business person? If she does, that's right. I am a business person. But if she says, I have no clue, I don't know what you do. Well, how do clients know what they do when they reach out to shake your hand? Look sharp, guys. Look sharp. Everybody invest a little money into looking nicer. Cut your hair, shave your face, brush your teeth one more extra time, right? And I know it sounds silly, guys, look better. People are wanting to spend their money with people that look like they can spend their money with and trust. I see a salesman ask a customer to go up $300 in payment. Dude, the salesman doesn't look like he's a person that I should be trusting to go up $300 in payment. Okay.
Well, not only that, but Andy, there's another side effect of that, and that's what? When you do that, you'll feel better.
Yeah. Yeah. Confidence soars when you look like $1 million.
Yeah, it goes right back to your first point, self-image. Your
Self-image.
confidence will go up as much as, again, you want it to.
That's right. That's right. So listen, as we're talking to every single one of you, I have one question, and I want every single one of you to say this in your mind right now. Okay. Number one, how old were you when you started working? Take that age. Okay. How old are you right now? Okay. How many years have you been working? Think in my head. I've been working 15 years. Okay. How much money do you have in your checking account? I've got 50,000. Okay. I got 50,000. I've been working 15 years. You've managed to save $3,500 a year working 15 years. You're never going to retire. Listen to me. Listen to me. It is time to become greater. BDC people can be the next GMs of the company. Okay. Nobody's held to any position. You can be as great as you want. The Napletons have always said, you'll earn your next position. If you want it, go for it. We've got more positions, more stores, more places. We're ready for you. We're waiting on you. And by the way, just because you're on SEAL Team 6, don't mean you get to stay on SEAL Team 6. You got to earn your spot every day. Dude, when you work for the greatest company in the world, you need to show up every day and prove it. Okay? Like, guys, let's go back to being the elite. Don't let any comfort come into our company. No comfort. Push each other. Preston, we got to push each other. Salesmen need to be pushing other salesmen and saying, hey, let's role play together. Listen, let's role play. You hit me with an objection, I'll hit you with one. Instead of sitting over here talking about the game, let's talk about getting our families wealthy. Let's talk about like the great habits on how we can really make 2023 the best year of our life. Guys, let's change the language in the company and bring some great stuff forward. So leashes are the things that hold people back from getting to where they should have gone. You'll never out-earn your own self-worth. Okay. Now, one last thing. Okay. How strong is your inner me? Let me explain this to you. On the inside of you, how strong are you? Is your voice louder than the outside voices? Do you believe in yourself like crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like Charlie, like, how do you feel about yourself? You know, like that's the deal. Like, how do you feel? You know, do you feel like you can take over the world? Do you feel like you can sell 35 cars? If you sold 12 cars last month, do you think you could deliver 30? I think you can. Do you think you can? What's holding you back? You're holding you back. The only thing that's been holding you back is you. So when we go into this last week and we get really ready to go into 2023, I will lay down the facts with this market. We're in the era of the worst salesman in the history of time. I have salespeople that I need to think about it all day long that still can't overcome it. I got salespeople that I got a couple more cars to look at. I'm going to get back with you. They still can't overcome it. I got salespeople that literally going into pencils that have to bump somebody $200-300 that still can't bump a customer. Yet you have a training platform that will teach you how to overcome every single objection. And why haven't you done it? I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't want it. Listen, I'm going to grab someone in the room real quick. All right, let's go to Jason. Hey, Jason, unmute for just a second. Jason, unmute.
Yes, sir.
Jason, if you hear, have you ever heard somebody say, like I want it, I just don't know why I can't get it? You ever heard somebody say that?
Yeah, we hear it all the time.
Okay, Jason, if you wanted to brush your teeth, you would walk over to the sink and grab your toothbrush and brush your teeth. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Jason, could
And I
you
grab some
imagine
toothpaste and I pile it on and I brush.
Yeah. Could you imagine somebody though, like sitting in their bedroom going, I want to brush my teeth, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
get your ass out of bed.
I know, Jason, but it's not that easy. You know, I mean, I want to. You're like, dude, you don't want to, because if you wanted to, you would get up and walk over there and brush your teeth. If you wanted to be great, you would understand that self-education is the only way to become wealthy. Listen, if you don't self-educate, you will not become wealthy. It's physically impossible. It's impossible unless you self-educate. Every single one of you right now, every one of you, in 30 days, you could be one of the top 1%ers in the United States in the automotive space, all of you. All you would have to do, instead of settling for the nosebleed seats, You go play on the big stage and get off the porch and go have the VIP life, and you train relentlessly. By the way, watch this. Jason, what if a salesman right now, you walk up to him and you say, hey, I got a couple more cars to go look at. I'm going to get back with you. He says, oh man, I know it, but he doesn't know it. Now listen to me. What do? We go to the training. And we listen to the word track and we write down the entire word track word for word. Then we write it down one time, and then we write it down a second, and then we write it down a third, and then we write it down a fourth, and then we write it down a fifth. And then on the sixth time of writing it down, something magical happens. Stacy, our brain jumps ahead. It tells us, hey, you know this. And all of a sudden it clicks and you get it. And then the next time someone else says they need to think about it, you become a machine.
Yeah, because
You
it's the
don't
fear
have
of
to think
it's the fear of failure and being uncomfortable. You got to change it.
That's it. Guys, listen to me. I'm going to explain this to you. If you don't train, you will stay the same. If you don't have a better attitude, you can't have a better life. If you don't give more, you can't get more. It's physically impossible, right, Gabriel? It's impossible. Now, listen, I want to tell everybody one thing, okay? If anybody in this company is into working out, okay? I'm going to talk about fitness for a minute, okay? When you start working out the first day, you don't get the best shape of your life. It doesn't happen. 90 days later, you start to notice little stuff happening. And by the way, you know what's crazy is that most of the time you don't even notice you're getting in good shape. Someone else walks up and goes, hey, you've lost weight. You look good. You're like, really? Like, because I can't even notice. Listen to me. My point of saying this is that if you're training hard right now and you're learning and you're studying in the dark when no one's around, people are going to walk up to you. And you know how you know if you're getting better? They'll say, man, you sound different. Man, you sound better. Man, look at the way you walk. Look at the way you carry yourself. Man, your confidence is crazy. Guys, let's all raise the standard together. And by the way, this ain't no hype game. I'm trying to tell you right now, if you want to be great, you're going to have to write down everything you want to learn 5, 6, 7, 8 times. If you won't get spiral notebooks and you won't write stuff down, guess what? You won't be writing big checks in your life. Okay? Think about it. Everything that's happened in your life is because of you. Now, here's my goal is this. We're in this last week, Preston. You said, hey, what can we do? Number one, cut the leashes. Preston, I want everybody to do 2 things in the company. Number one, you go sell a car out of service. You text me, I'm going to mail you the coolest swag bag, closer stuff you've ever had in your life. I'll mail you a bunch of books. I'll send you a whole bunch of stuff. All you got to do is test me. Show me you're capable of doing this. I want to know who has the courage to go into service and sell a car. Okay. I want to see who's got it. Can we see by a show of hands who can go sell a car out of service? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I want to see how many people will commit to it. Okay. Now, Preston, here's the deal. Everybody do me a favor. Whoever sells it, I want you to attach your manager and me together. Okay. And I want you to attach it and say, hey, just want to let you know, Andy, I sold the car out of service. I'm going to say, boom, good job, man. Text me your address. I'm sending the bag out. Done. I'm going to mail you some cool stuff. Great job. And by the way, doing that one time, that'll set the tone for the rest of your life. Second thing, everybody remember this. You've got one shot. From now until the end of the year, this is you versus you. You got one shot. You know what that means? Internet, phone, team, that phone call comes in. Hope you're having the best day of your life. Napleton Automotive Group, this is Andy Elliott. How you doing? Listen, man, I'm telling you, you ain't never met nobody that cares about you like me. Never. Okay, this isn't fake. You're going to feel it through the phone. Your heart's going to be warmed by talking to me. I guarantee it. I'm really good at what I do, but I also care about you and your family. We are going to make this work. You will not need to call anyone else when we're done. This is a one-stop shop. I'm your place. Okay, got your back for life. That's the phone. In person. Hope you're having the best day of your life. Andy Elliott, thank you so much for coming in. What's your name? Stacy Killian. Stacy, it's amazing meeting you. By the way, is this your family? My goodness, you guys are a bunch of models. Good looking family. What's up? Hey, where'd you drive from today? Oh my gosh, that means everything to me that you drove that far. Well, Stacy, listen to me. I just want to tell you, my job is to give you world-class. I said world-class. It means around the world, world-class customer service and take care of you in the highest level that's important to you and your family. I just want to let you know it means everything to me that you're here. How can I serve you today? Slow down, guys. Slow down. Be great. I want you all to become somebody they've never seen. Are you capable of it? Absolutely. But you're going to have to consciously pay attention to be able to get this done. So, one shot, guys. That's all we need. I don't need 10 bullets in the chamber. I need one. Okay? The rest of the world right now is hoping that they sell something, hoping that they finish the year strong. We don't need to hope. We're going to war. This is total annihilation. And if we're going to annihilate everybody in 2023, let's start now. Okay? Let's start now. Let's set a new standard. I love you guys. I'm grateful for you. If you're going to kill it in 2023, you're going to have to start right now. And let's finish this year with the bang so we can set the tone. Most people are going to say, well, January 1st. Dude, you ain't going to do it January 1st if you ain't going to do it today.
Now,
Okay? So let's start today and let's set the tone for January 2023. And I'm grateful for all you, man. I cannot tell you enough how we are all in the perfect position to totally dominate the entire market in 2023. I take 2023 personal, and I want you to take it personal. Okay? This will be the year of our life. That's it.
Andy,
So I'm
thank
grateful
you.
for all you. Yeah,
Thank
cut the
you
leash,
for doing
guys.
this today.
I love you guys. Hey, have a blessed day. I'll see you guys. Cut the leash. Hey, everybody, go sell your car at a service and text me.
Text
I'm
them and your
looking forward to
manager.
mailing out hundreds of thousands of dollars in goodies. Come on.